Hey, Grandma Hands. This is my Renaissance Grandma. Okay, today, you all know this is my experimenting season. So, I bought all of these True Leaf microgreens last year, and I have not grown any of them yet. So, I figured, hey, let's give it a try. So, I think I'm going to do radishes in one, depending on how many seeds in there, because you don't want to crowd them, and then you don't want to have all these missing spaces either. So you want it to be just perfect. But the only microgreens I've ever grown before is just the mixed greens and the sunflower seeds. So I've never grown any of these before. So this is what I'm doing, and I think I'm gonna go with Russian kale, broccoli. I think I'm gonna go with carrots. Let's go with the carrots. Okay, so I'm just going to pour some in here. I want to make sure this is something I like so I can buy more. So I don't want to overdo it. Hopefully that's enough. And like I said, if that's not enough, I may even, I don't know if I'm gonna add a second radish or mix them. Do a half of something and then the radish. Which I don't know how that's gonna work out. It's like I said, I've never done these before. And so I'm going to be using the self-watering method. Now these are the little contraptions you can buy from Mike. He's on YouTube out of Florida, and he makes these on his computer. So what it does is when I turn it upside down, the water is going to come out. But once enough water in this bowl fills up to the top of this, it's going to stop coming out. And then as the water goes down over time, then it will start releasing more water. Okay? So this one is like you see, it's a soda bottle. And if you see up in there, it has, I could just show you. See, this one is a mason jar. So they have it, this one thing, it depends on which one you want to use. You can screw this up in a little hole in the middle, or you can use the whole thing for a mason jar. Okay, let's try this out. Okay. I might have to get my tweezers and get them out when I get back in the hydroponic room. They say you don't have to wash these off, but of course you know I did. I have like a 40-pound bag, so the ones that I wash, I keep in this big tub. So now that I've used most of all of these, it's time for me to wash off some more and have them ready for when I want to do something else. Okay. I'm sure that's enough. Like I said, this is the first for me. If you've never done this before, you are learning with me. But if you have done it before, you know I'm doing something wrong, then we're going to figure this out together. Okay, so now I'm going to spritz. No, I'm going to put my seeds on first. Let me see how many seeds in this radish. Fill a shallow tray without holes with a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch of loose potting mix. Okay, so this is for potting soil. The directions are rather. Okay, so this is the size of these. I'm trying not to miss any areas. Okay, now the carrots. This is where I started. Yeah, I think. Yeah, some down in there. Okay, so now I'm going to spray them. As you see, the water stopped coming out after it came up to the hose, and this one, it went down a little further. But we were using the big part of this, so. All right, now let's spritz. You can do these in any type of glass. You really don't even have to use glass, but if you want to see what's going on, and you really don't want to use plastics with all the what they talk about in the news, and you just check on it every day. Once you start seeing the roots way down at the bottom, then you don't have to spritz the top anymore. You can just let that stay dry, because we're only going to be concerned about the water that's on the roots, not up here. So if this looks dry as a bone and you have all your roots down there, don't worry about that. So I'll raise up this form every couple of days, see what's going on down here. And once I start seeing them germinate, then I'll just keep the foil off. And you know, they are ready. I think it's of half an inch. They don't have to really get big. Now you can leave them in there a little longer if you want them to get a little bigger, but as far as them being ready, they will be ready. So do your research on the timing that you choose to harvest yours. I do want mine just a little bit bigger than about this right here. I would like mine right here, because one of the things when I went plant-based, one of the main things that I really missed is sandwiches. And so that's what I intend on doing, making me some veggie sandwiches. I'm so looking forward to that. The two main things I think I missed is like a big, fat, juicy burger and sandwiches. So I have my labels I'm getting ready to write on, which I was going to say I could probably remember that the big one is radishes. But child, you know life be lifing. Much be going on in my life. I probably won't remember. Okay, so if anybody is interested in that little contraption, I can try to put his information. You know, I'm not good with the computer stuff, but I can try to put his information, or if not, I can still go in the comments and put his name and stuff, and you can find it yourself. But we're going to see what this is going to do. Hopefully I will be enjoying me some sandwiches, because what I want is wraps. Get that thin pickle that you use for sandwiches, the sandwich pickles. Get me some tomatoes if I choose. But my tomatoes are gone, so I don't even know if I trust the store tomatoes. But I will get me some red onions and just make me a great sandwich. Thank you all for watching. I pray for you, you pray for me, and we'll watch God change things. God bless everybody.